kids to graduate from high school to go on to college just because of that eye-opening experience. There are lots more things I can do out there. Some of them actually look like fun that were available to me in my neighborhood or my world. That's a sense of hope. That's inspiring people with hope. It's what I call feeding hope. I spoke to a group of first responders. You were talking about first responders recently. 1,000 first responders, everything from paramedics to sheriffs to firefighters. And I talked about this idea of feeding in the work world, in the world at large. There's nothing neutral. You're either feeding or starving hope. By giving back to kids, by sharing the basics, a bottle of shampoo, toilet paper, you are feeding hope. So think for a minute about what you do in your world to feed that sense of hope, to inspire others. And not just the idea, but the actions that you take. And after I talked to this group of firefighters and first responders, a fellow came up to me and said, he was wearing these big hearing aids, and he said, I wanted to be a professional firefighter, but I'm almost deaf, so I didn't qualify. I couldn't be one. But what I do, I'm on the volunteer squad, on the crew, and I go out, and this was in Oregon, he said, I go out, when there are a lot of wildfires in the Pacific Northwest, he said, I go out to where they're readying for, the line where they're getting ready to go out and fight a fire, and I take my omelet station. And I don't just make a cheese omelet, I've got it all. You want mushrooms, peppers, onions, I've got anything you want. I make a customized omelet for every firefighter that's about to go out and put their life on the line for the rest of us. And this fellow was so proud of the fact that he was able to do this, and he made his custom omelets. And I thought, wow, he's not just metaphorically feeding hope, he is literally feeding the people that are willing to do the jobs that most of us don't have to do. So I want you right now to just turn to one of your neighbors here and just share for a minute something that you do. And you may take it for granted, but because we all sort of undervalue what we do, we figure everybody else is doing something smarter, better, more important. The kids are more polite, they're richer, they're all of that. We just assume it's all happening and somebody else is better. But don't underestimate the impact that you're making right now. So just share that, fill in that blank, that you feed hope, you inspire others by doing what? I'll just give you a minute to fill in that question.